I don't think the restrictions, the parole restrictions, has anything to do with that. I think he's had a change of heart. And I know you're going to show it to him, so it doesn't matter. But I do think he's had a change of heart.
In what way?
I have to believe that he's had a religious, what do you call it?
Epiphany.
Yeah, I think so.
Why? What did he say?
No, it's nothing he said. I can see it. It's nothing he really said about it. But being jailed in Africa isn't fun. Whether it's for a criminal offense or whether it's for a political offense, it's not fun. So I can understand what happened to him. Just switch up your things. You're going too deep into things.
Too deep?
Too deep.
In what way?
Just cut your things.
These are names.
Yeah, let's stay outside.
Yeah, let's stay outside.
Come on, Nick.
Come here, JP. I want to ask you a couple more questions.
God's gonna get you. You see, God's gonna get you.
Do you think God's going to get me?
Come on.
Daar is ek nie verlore. Daar word ek nooit eensaam. Daar lê my klein tydspore. Daar skree die duivel Koran.
I learnt that since he'd left prison, the leader liked to write poetry out at his farm.
Witgerypte wintervleie, suikerbosse van alle kante, alles bly my dierbaar.
I wondered if he really had changed and if he was now preaching at a black gospel church.
Van Messina en Louis Trichardt.
It had been so tricky getting to the leader. We even thought of posing as beggars in front of his local Spar store or breaking down in front of his drive.
Ek verlang steeds na jou.
The Poetry Society who made this film are about to release a book of the leader's poems. After weeks of phone calls, Rita convinced the leader that we want to interview him about his forthcoming book. We arranged to meet him at his home in Ventersdorp. Very anxious and driving far too fast, we drive into a speed trap and get pulled over. What do you think of Eugène Terre'Blanche?
Of?
Eugène Terre'Blanche.
Our own Eugène Terre'Blanche. I don't even want to talk about that man.
He's a monster.
You don't want to talk a monster?
I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay,
but I think at least you can laugh now. At least you can laugh now.
Yeah, but I think it's okay now because he learned something.
I explained what had happened the last time we were 5 minutes late for the leader.
Where were you? The time when you when you should be arrived at my place. Where were you?
I think we were actually 5 minutes late, Mr.
Yes, 5 minutes is enough, man. Where were you then? At 12:15. Tell me.
We were immediately let off and wished the best of luck. Have you got a message to give to Eugène?
No, message for Eugène.
No message?
Yeah, just tell Eugène to be nice, it's okay. That's the message.
Goodbye. In order to see if Eugène had really changed and felt genuine remorse, I needed to get beyond our own terrible relationship. Putting on an accent slightly to the west of Hugh Grant, I decided to go incognito. This is the leader's heavily fortified house. All the bars and wire meshing are new since I was last here.
Very good, I'm coming in. Please.
I'm going to set up.
Yes. Please sit down.
I was beginning to feel slightly unwell.
Mr. Terre'Blanche is suggesting doing the interview outside in the garden. That would be fabulous.
I think it would be better. You said, you must decide, lady, whether you want to take it in the front
Or the back.
part of the yard or in the back.
Can I have a look?
Yes, it's easier in the garden.
Shall I walk you down through there while you guys...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me walk you through.
Nee, daar was goed op die draad.
Is er
Jy moet sy maar net misvat.
Dat is 100%.
Maar nader aan maak ek die Engelse dames verskriklik jaloers as hulle my broek daar.
Ek sal niks vertel.
I'd always wanted to look around the leader's house. Strangely, Eugene has invited us to come with him to church on Sunday, where he's giving the sermon.
Do I look like a silly Englishman? Very silly. A bit worried they've all gone away and...
Technically, that's all that it's about. Is that we need to make so sure that we can't do any political questions whatsoever, just for the parole. Yeah. Sure, at least past December. Excellent.
Okay.
I wonder where he keeps the horse, where he used to bash everyone in the township with.
So where are you from, sir?
I'm from London too.
Oh, from London. Are you enjoying South Africa change weather?
It's a very welcome change.
Is it the first time that you live?
It's the second time. Second time now.
I didn't think I'd remind him of the first time.
You are just taking over. Who the hell do you think you are?
Do you find nature very reassuring from all the changes and so on that have happened here in the last few years?
Well, the fact is, it is good to see that nobody can change nature, and that shows you the greatness of God.
There was no way that this was the dog I've been hearing about. I asked the leader where his dog was.
No, I told my friends last night I've had a flat tire, you know. Yeah. So I left my van at a friend's house 6-7 kilometers from here. But I left my dog there, a German Shepherd, on the van, you know, because it was impossible to put him in a car.
Yes.
And this morning they tried to change the wheel. They took off the flat wheel, and when they tried to fetch the spare wheel, the shepherd attacked them. And now he's still there, waiting. He's guarding that van of me. It's unbelievable, in a strange place, in a strange yard. But he realized it's my van, and they have to safeguard that wheel.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Really loyal dog.
It's a loyal dog, yeah. But you know, one of our great poets said, the more I look at my neighbor, the more I look at my neighbor, yeah, the more I look at my dog, the less I think of my neighbor. And so, a dog is so loyal.
What a dog.
Slaan teen die traliemuur, die blikbekers.
He then read out great swathes of his poetry about God and his time in prison that we decided not to include.
I was in a prison where it was a prison where the murderers and the rapers were held.
Yes.
Especially the murderers and the rapers. I slept two blokes guilty of murder next to me, and a rapist on top of me.
Do you think that prison changed your poetry a great deal?
Well, I think it may